Hello there, welcome back to my channel and another Topic Tuesday. This one was a challenge to dupe out a recent spring collection, so I chose to try and dupe out the recent Holo Taco Cookies and Crèmes collection because I really liked that one and I thought it would be easy. Maybe. First up is Brownie Points from Holot Taco, which I duped with Victorian Varnishes Pyrope. And in the bottle, they look really similar, and so I thought they'd be pretty close match. But when I compared the swatches, which I did this like diagonal style, this was the one that matched up the closest. You'll see that my swatches aren't as consistent as I would like. That's something I learned from this challenge. Anyway, you can see Brownie Points is a little bit more of a reddish brown, and Pyrope is a little almost like a greenish brown in comparison. It's kind of more like a swamp brown versus a fudge brown. They still look pretty close, and I think they are decent dupes, but I was surprised at just how different they look side by side. Next polish for duping out was Ginger Snapped from Holo Taco, which I found a match for with Cirque Colors Coffee Talk, and these two were pretty darn close, especially in the bottle. And on the nails, honestly, I think they are pretty good dupes. You can see my lighting and my swatches are not as consistent as I would like, so they look a little bit more different and the nails don't really line up that well, but they're really close. Ginger Snatched is a little lighter and Coffee Talk is a little, more coffee, more dark colored, but the pinky and the pointer, I know they're the furthest apart, but they really look similar, and so it seems to really depend on lighting for this one, but I think they're a pretty close match. Next one to get duped was Butterme Up from Holo Taco, and I found a few light yellows or kind of like cream colors that I thought would work, but the one that color matched the best was Cirque Colors Vanilla Bean, and unfortunately it's a completely different formula, so they look quite different on the nail just because of the black specks that are in Vanilla Bean, but the yellows do really match nicely. Again, my lighting and my swatches is not consistent for some reason. I need to redo a lot of my swatches, but in the bottle and on the nails, they are almost the exact same shade of light yellow. It's just that the Cirque has the specks in it, which I really enjoy. But if you don't want the specks, go with the Holo Taco because they really are the same color. Next one is Holo Taco's Sweet Tooth, which I thought would be easy. I thought that Orly had sent me several shades of light pink in color passes, and they did, but none of them matched. I was amazed at how difficult it was to try and find this shade in my collection that I thought would be an easy gimme. I was like, oh, I got a ton of light pinks. Surely one of those will match. No, none of them matched. None of them were this light. So I actually had to go, I don't know if you can see it, the bottom drawer of that Helmer. It's blocked by a dog bed. That is my old polishes and my minis that I never look at. Like, that is the forbidden land of my collection where I put polishes that I think I will never ever use again, but I don't necessarily want to get rid of for one reason or another. And yeah, I had to go into that drawer to find Orly's Kiss the Bride. Was the closest I could find. This little old mini I got, I don't honestly even remember how long ago, had to build it up in 3 coats because this polish was definitely like separated and it took a lot of shaking and finagling to get it on my nails, but I got it, and they're still not quite a good match. Kiss the Bride is a little bit lighter, almost more of a nude color than Sweet Tooth, which is definitely more of a pink, but that was as close as I could get it, and I had to move a dog bed to get there, so it was a challenge. Next up was Holo Taco's Perisocial, and this one was actually really easy to dupe out, thank goodness. I had Mooncat's Sweet Nightmare, and it's almost a perfect match. Like, they really are pretty much the same color. In the bottle, on the nails, they look almost identical, so whew, at least there was one easy one on this list. Next up is Holo Taco's Milky White Shimmer, which I don't have a dupe for officially. I did get a mystery polish from Plus Life Lacquer last time I ordered from them, and it happened to be a Milky White Shimmer, which I actually used quite a bit. I was pretty obsessed with it when I first got it. It doesn't have an official name, it's just labeled mystery, so that's why I say it's unofficial. I don't think this is something you could just request or order from on Plus Life, but I happened to have it, and it happens to be an okay match. It's got the same kind of milky base, but this one has larger particle iridescent shimmers versus the milky white shimmer. They're not iridescent, they're just shimmer. They're like either silver or white. And milky white shimmer I swatched with a blurring base coat, which I think really helped with the opacity. The mystery I did not, which is why you see such strong nail line. In person, they do match fairly well. You can tell the difference with the iridescent flakies, but so far as formula goes, I think they're actually pretty comparable. Last but not least is my favorite, the Black Flake Taco. I absolutely love these big chunky flakes. They look like chocolate chunks in cookies and cream ice cream. I have a thing for black flakies, so I happen to already have Cirque Colors Spotted, which is a similar black flaky topper, but these are a lot smaller. They're a little bit more granule rather than flakes, and I love them both. I love them both so much. So this one I put over top of that white mystery shimmer from Plus Life Lacquer just to try and keep the polishes similar all the way through. And you can see definitely different, definitely a different vibe, but gorgeous. Absolutely, I love it. I really do like black and white polka dots and speckles and things like that. So Cirque Colors is a little bit more delicate, a little bit more pepper-like, which that's so great. Whereas the Black Flaky Taco, they're definitely flakies and you can see the irregular shapes in them. So they both have their uses and I still love them both. I don't necessarily like one more than the other. I think they're both great. I did test them both with one more layer of the milky white polishes over top. So for Holo Taco, that's one more layer of the milky white shimmer. And for the Cirque Colors, it's one more layer of the white mystery polish from Plus Life Lacquer. And again, pretty different vibes, but I like them both a lot. Two different brands of cookies and cream ice cream, both delicious. So that was my topic Tuesday for duping out a spring collection. I actually had a really fun time doing this, but I definitely don't want to do it all the time. If you really enjoy the duping out challenge and trying to find matches for different polishes, check out my friend Linry. She makes some great duping videos and actually does multiple comparisons, unlike me who just tries to pick one. I'll leave her links in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!